Russo's Playbook. Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with another weekly episode of Russo's Playbook, Season 3, Page 13. Hunter's here with me today. What up, Hunt?
What up? How's it going, everybody?
We good on this early morning, getting this podcast going. So we got a lot to talk about. Of course, we're going to start with Stop That. We got some headlines to run through, and then we got Talk or Trash. But let's jump right into it. I'll start with my Stop That for this week. So this is going to be directed, it can be to all New York fans, but I'm going to look at Yankees and Mets right now. Because I got a problem. Why are you guys booing your own team? I mean, from Stanton to Lindor, you're booing Judge in his own Judge's chamber out in right field.
It's named after him, bro.
Yeah, and you're booing from it. And then you've booed Jeter, Mariano Rivera. I mean, the list can go on.
Alex Rodriguez.
The list can go on. So, New York fans, Yankees and Mets in general, stop that. I don't get why. What do you get out of it? It definitely doesn't help them. You know.
You know what I feel like it is? I feel like it's one of those things with like Yankees. I mean, like you said, New York fans in general, where they're like, yeah, it's tough. It's tough to play in New York.
Yeah.
Like they take pride in that. Like they're like we make it hard for you here. We make it harder for you to play for our teams because we want the best out of you. It's like the definition of tough love, but I think that's stupid love, bro. Like if I was Aaron Judge and I'm literally looking up at a crowd full of people who are wearing my number on their back, who went out and like paid for like money on their jersey and they're booing me, and it's just like, bro, I smack home runs. I might strike out here and there, but like I'm doing my best, bro.
Exactly.
Like you think you could do better. You sign up for the Yankees. I'll see you down here. How about that? Like it's just ridiculous at this point because if you're gonna be a fan of the team, be a fan of the team. Like you're booing the wrong guys. And I mean, after a while, people were like, you know, no, don't want to bring up the whole Sam Darnold thing on you, but like, you know, they did it to Sammy D. Yeah. They've done it to Danny Dimes. Like. Some of these guys are 22 years old, bro. Fresh out of college. Yeah. You know, they don't know what they don't know what that experience is like, and the expectations on them are unbelievable. Like they're just unbelievable.
Well, you think you get drafted or your first start to a New York team, you're hyped. The Yankees, home on the Yankees. Well, you strike out twice, you're getting booed off the field.
Yeah. You're gonna want that trade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's plenty of people that can't handle New York.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
The Yankees go off of. All right, is he going to be able to handle getting booed by his own, like, you know what I'm saying? We can't bring a pitcher in that's going to fold because his fans are getting aggravated.
Yeah.
Like, so it really is crazy to me. So.
Yeah, when they do good, they love him. When they do bad, they hate him. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Exactly.
It's a long season, too, man. It's baseball. Yeah. Like, come on now.
162 games. Man.
Exactly. Like, stay with it.
What you got today?
So mine... It's just directed at like the haters for like the DK Metcalf thing. Mm-hmm. Saw a lot of it on Twitter. Like people were trying to clown DK Metcalf because he took 9th in the 100-meter race. Let's get something straight here. DK Metcalf plays football. Yep. He was running with people who are track stars, trained to run track. A lot different than training to play football. If you ever played a sport in your life, you know that. Yep. And people are sitting here clowning him because he took 9th place. He still didn't come in last. I get that he didn't come in first. That's fine. But he didn't come in last against people who train to do this sport. He ran a 10.36 100-meter dash. That's not bad at all.
It's pretty outstanding, especially for being a football player.
Yeah, and people are bringing up, well, there's high schoolers who run it in 10.03. That's fantastic. What do those high schoolers do as a sport? They run track.
They're also probably 100 pounds lighter.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're talking about a guy who's 235, 6'4", or maybe he's 230. I think he actually slimmed down a little bit. Maybe even 220. But regardless, it's all I have to say to the haters is simple. It's just stop that. Because, come on, man. You got to let the guy live. And you want to know what? He's doing something that a lot of these players never would.
Yep.
A lot of these players would never have the balls to go onto a track and do what he did. And I give him credit. He didn't even train for it. He just came out of nowhere like 2 weeks ago and was like, yo, I'm about to run this 100-meter dash.
Yeah, about to try it out.
Yeah, you guys want to watch? Like, you know. And he probably had no big expectation for himself. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this guy did it to, you know, kind of maybe even bring more light to track because it's not like that sport gets any kind of views whatsoever. You know, he's just giving it some love, and I think it's just ridiculous that people hate on him. We all should have seen it coming. Don't get me wrong, because that's just how it is. But you know, it's these ugly, fat, like crazy looking people who are just on Twitter running their mouth, and it got to me this time. It got to me this time.
Yeah. Twitter does that as well.
Yeah, 100%.
But let's move right along into the headlines we got. Just some topics we wanted to bring up real quick. So we had Russell Westbrook passing Oscar Robertson, 182 triple doubles. That's awesome for him. We'll clap it up a little bit.
Yeah, clap that
Yes, sir. And then we got the Colts signed left tackle Eric Fisher, 1 year, $9 million. Man's got paid.
up. Yeah.
There was 4 no hitters in the MLB in the last 40 days. I find that wild.
Yeah, that's
Wild,
incredible.
And then we had Canelo. He had a fight on Saturday, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And actually, the guy, everybody seemed like, oh, why is this guy quitting? He just got punched hard. He's quitting. Nah, his face was broken, and he may need to retire.
Yeah.
Like that's how bad it was.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. Man's broke his face. Everybody's like, why is he quitting? Why is he quitting?
Why is he on the side? Why is he sitting down? Like, dude, that guy has no idea where he was. His face is just, oh my god.
Yeah. And then we have some more sad news with Tony Brown, the referee for the NBA, diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So prayers up to him and his family, man. That's terrible to find out.
He's been around for a while too.
Yeah, definitely has. And then did you have a couple you want to touch on?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to, mention another kind of sad situation, but just wanted to say, R.I.P. and give the prayers for Cole Brennan. He was the Hawaii quarterback from, I believe it was 2005 to 2008. Unfortunately, Colt had got into a pretty bad car accident with his girlfriend at the time. I think it was maybe 7-8 years ago, a little bit longer than that. It was a head-on-head collision where he suffered a TB1 injury on his brain, on the area that controlled emotions and impulses. And just, after that injury, his life kind of just went downhill for a little bit. About a month ago, he had a really, really heartwarming Instagram post where it seemed like he was kind of coming back to life. And unfortunately, Cole passed away yesterday. So, to one of my favorite quarterbacks of college all time, I used to dog people with this guy back when NCAA was still around. Him and the Hawaii team, this guy he had people on the East Coast staying up until 12 o'clock at night to watch him play games because he was that exciting, he was that electric. He didn't do much in the NFL. He had 4 injuries, 2 hip surgeries and 2 knee surgeries that really held him back from having a pretty good career. But just a really sad situation. Rest in peace to the legend, and prayers up to his family.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a sad story, man. And just you were telling me about the Instagram post before the show, man. It's heartbreaking. It really is.
If you have an opportunity, I would go and look at it. It's his Instagram name is ColtonJames15. It was a post from about a month ago telling him the world how much he's a warrior and how much he's going to come back and all the adversity he had faced. So just really sad to see him go out like that, man. But everybody, if you have a couple minutes today, I would recommend reading that post.
Yeah, for sure. And then we'll start moving topics on to our Talk or Trash segment.
Let's do it.
So I know we had it last week, but it's definitely something that I want to talk about. Tim Tebow signing a 1-year deal with the Jaguars as tight end. I mean, almost a decade since he's played.
Yeah.
What gives him this football not right to play again?
I don't know, man, but I'm so excited. I don't think he's gonna. Maybe he doesn't even see the field. You know what? Everyone said he wasn't even gonna get signed, so I take that back. This guy he's on a mission, or maybe Urban Meyer just still is in love with him or something like that. But I'm excited, man. Who knows? Maybe he comes out imagine Tim Tebow comes out just firing on all cylinders, bro. He's up there with Travis Kelce and stuff, touchdown wise. I know dude, that is such a long shot. That is a 1 in a million chance. But you know how much I'd be jumping for joy?
It would be cool to see.
Yeah.
I like Tebow.
Come on, dude. That would be freaking legendary. I think the one funny thing that I have been seeing all over Twitter and stuff is just when Tebow tries to pick up a ball and throw a ball with the quarterbacks, and it's just people pelting a guy with a football or all these random gifts. So I think they're gonna probably keep him at tight end. Maybe he just stays on the practice squad. Maybe he's able to give a bunch of different looks. I mean, maybe they use him for some weird formations, and they do actually have him throw the ball too, like
Taysom Hill kind of.
Yeah, exactly. The options are kind of endless for him.
Yeah, but can he throw the ball?
You know
what I'm saying?
He couldn't 8 years ago, so I don't think he can now either. But
yeah, no, it's definitely iffy to me, man. I mean, look, it's awesome. You know, he got Urban Meyer 2 national championships. Urban Meyer's now giving him a chance to play in the NFL again. I get it. It sounds great. But, I mean, we could go through a list of players that definitely deserve another shot over Tim Tebow at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I find it, weird, and it just doesn't make sense to me. But we won't harp on it too much. We'll move right along.
we'll let life play its course and see what happens.
Exactly. He might be cut by August. So who knows?
By tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it. Contract might not even go through.
Yeah, exactly. Urban Meyer might have had second thoughts.
Yeah. Well, it actually said there was some rumblings in the
that's
Jaguars
what I thought.
Organization.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
They did. Some of them did not like that pickup. So we shall see how it plays out, man. But let's move right along. We got the Jets preparing to start Zach Wilson week 1. And I got to trash this.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's starting week 1. He's the only quarterback on the roster.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what are we doing here? That's not news. That's not headlines.
Yeah.
That's all they have. But and then we got former Steelers left tackle Alejandro Villanueva taking shots after signing with the Ravens. I mean, I kind of want to just trash this because, like, I read what he said. I got what he was trying to say. But if you read what he said, that shit ain't make no sense.
Nah, not at all.
That shit ain't make no sense.
Not at all. You know what's funny about that guy? My uncle and aunt live out in Pittsburgh. They actually went to the same church as him. So they saw him, like, whenever he could show up on Sundays and stuff like that. And they swear that he's, like, the nicest human being in the world. And, like, all this stuff, which I believe. I think he is, too. I'm not taking that away from him, right? This guy, he has an awesome story and stuff. But for him to kind of just get signed by the Ravens, he just immediately turned his back and just kind of started taking shots at the Steelers. I thought it was more so funny than anything. Like, it cracked me up a little bit. But, yeah, I don't know. I didn't understand the comments exactly. Like, I know what you mean when you're saying, like, I understand what he was getting at. But the way that it was worded, the way that he said it, is just like, come on, bro.
Yeah. He was basically trying to say just that, like, he's happy now that he's in a run-heavy offense. So he can actually block and do stuff.
Like, bro, he was on the team when Le'Veon Bell was there. Like, he was on the team with James Conner when James Conner had a great season. Like, they were kind of running the ball.
Last year was the only time. And, and he mentioned that because he was rambling about receivers are going to be upset they won't have TikToks to make or something like that. And that's where he lost. Like, cause, like, I get what you're trying to say with Juju Smith-Schuster, but, like...
He was saying, like, subliminal messages in there that you're just like, wait, it felt like I had to piece together a puzzle to understand what my guy was trying to get at. But at the end of the day, I think we saw the bigger picture of what he was trying to say. But, you know what, man, if that's how he feels, and if he's happy to be on the Ravens, and if he feels like that it's going to be a better spot for him, more power to him. I think that's, that's awesome. But
it would be great to watch for... 2 weeks of the NFL season.
Oh,
with those two going at it.
Big time.
Yeah, can't wait for that. And then we got another big news. J. Cole signs a deal to hoop with the Basketball Africa League for Rwanda Patriots.
Yeah.
We want to talk about it?
Yeah. Not that much, but I do want to talk about it. So, I mean, realistically, J. Cole, he's pretty good at basketball. He's got hops. He can dunk the ball. He's really good at shooting the three from, like, videos I've seen on, like, Twitter and stuff like that. But I'm kind of just confused because it's just like, where's my album at? Like, can we backtrack here? Can we drop something and then maybe we work on your basketball career?
He's getting there. He's dropping an album.
Yeah. He dropped a song. Yeah. I mean, like, let's just focus on that one first. Like, let's nick that. And then we'll talk about his basketball career in Rwanda. But I do got a lot of respect for him for, kind of going out to Africa. He's going to play for this team. I imagine he's going to bring a lot of attention to it, a lot of viewers and stuff. That's going to help out that basketball league over there. But it's just kind of threw me off that, he's going to go all the way out there and, kind of like chase that passion and chase that dream. He's got a lot going on out here with an entire label, him himself. Yeah. So I want to know how that kind of pans out, and I really hope it's not one of those things where it's like, it like falls through the cracks, because I'd love to see J. Cole go out there and ball out and everything, but I don't know how competitive that league is either. I've never watched a game.
Very true.
You know what I mean?
I don't know much about it, to be honest.
Like, I'd be very upset for him if he like went out there and he was just getting dogged by these guys. Like, he was just shooting like less than like 30%. Like, he didn't look good. You know what I mean?
Do you think he's going full focus on basketball career now?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because that's what it seems like with his album. He said, this might be the last or whatever, and then
but
he's signing with this league. So it's like, are we seeing J. Cole trying to make a move like the one guy that did it? Oh, I'm gonna forget his name. We'll have to go back to that, but I forgot his name. But
it's all good.
Yeah, the one guy did it as well. I think he signed with the Charlotte or something when they were Charlotte Bobcats or something. I know. I can't remember his name.
All right, we gotta skip it. Yeah, we gotta skip it.
Kill me for that.
Well, we'll talk about it another day.
That would be cool if he could, make a basketball career out of this.
Yeah, but I mean, is it too late? Like,
he is like 33, isn't he?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's kind of just getting up there in age, and like I said, man, if he even plays like a couple years or whatever, and gets back to the music, more power to him. But it's just random. You know what I mean? Like, how do you get your body in like that athletic shape too, where you're able to play that many games without getting hurt? Because a lot of this, like, maybe J. Cole has just been in the lab, like, playing with actual
work.
Actual basketball players and stuff, like figuring out the workouts for it. He's been doing that, but I've no idea because this is kind of like the first that we're really hearing of it. But regardless, man, like I said, like, I just want to see him be successful in whatever he's trying to be. Obviously, I'm more of a music fan than a basketball fan of his, but maybe he can change my ways.
Yeah, for sure. And did you have any others you wanted to touch on before we wrap this up?
No, actually. No, all right. I'm all good.
So we'll wrap it up right there. You can catch us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can read up on our blogs at russosplaybook.com. We got a lot pushing out every week, so just stay tuned. We'll catch you guys again next week.
See you later.